Well, not sure if you can see, but it's snowing. Woke up this morning and it was snowing. Looks like we have fresh snow at about 7,000 feet. It's not unexpected, so that's nice. It's nice that you expect to be snowing in the morning on Memorial Day in the United States. I'm headed up Adams Canyon. A nice little climb across the street from home. And a few episodes ago I mentioned that there's a new route up the canyon, and I finally found the trail, and so that's what we're gonna do today. I'm gonna go explore a little bit in the snow as the snow comes down. So we'll see what this new trail. So this splits and goes up Adams Canyon this way, and there's another trail that goes up this way, and this new trail is up the middle of it. So we're gonna end up kind of going up over this, so should be interesting, especially in this weather. So normally this climb is 1,400 feet and just over a mile. I have no idea what this new trail is gonna mean. It's mostly gonna be a hike today until I get to the top, and then I'm gonna do the ridge, which will be a run hike, and then down and loop it around, and that will be a run. So a little bit of everything today, including the weather. So I think this is it. One of my neighbors tipped me onto this and they're wanting to put it in, so it doesn't look too bad here, but my beta informant says that up here at some point I gotta stay to the left after that first right. So almost 600 feet of climbing. There you go. Mountain lion stew. Got my Dynafit Feline Up Pros on today, mainly because this is the type of terrain that I got them for and they're made for. I just wanted to see how they'd respond in just really almost every type of conditions. We're gonna hit snow, we're gonna hit mud, we're gonna hit rock, we're gonna hit trail. So I just wanted to see how they were, just a good all-around shoe for the mountains. All right, came to a decision already. The game trail keeps going that way. I'm going up the ridge. That's what we want. All right, you can see I'm on that middle ridge. One trail's down there in that canyon, the other trail's down in this canyon. So I'm where I need to be. Just bring it on. Okay. I think here is a decision. And to me, the decision still, yeah, there's a little bit of trail here. So I think I'm right up through here. Yeah. Nice. Alright, might have gotten cliffed out here. Huh? No. So far, this is awesome. Not much running, but that's the purpose of today. If one of my races happen this year, I'm gonna do one of the short Circus series races in September that's coming to Wyoming. These are very, very short, very hard up and down mountain. So this is good functional training for kind of getting off trail and going up ridges and hitting all this type of terrain for this race. So hopefully it'll happen. Just had another athletes race canceled today in Colorado. So I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. Ooh. Nice. More snow. So, I'll be honest, I didn't want to get out today. Woke up, saw the big flakes coming down. Next I looked, it was raining. Next I looked, it was snowing again. And I just kind of thought, well, maybe it was going to be one of those days just next to the fire. But I did my 3 tricks that always work. This is a good place to stop. So, 3 tricks when you don't want to get out. Number 1 is regardless of whether I decided that I was going to get out or not, I went and got dressed. I put my run clothes on. I put what I needed on. I got the rain jacket today. And then I just went back to sitting and drinking some coffee and just kind of continue to contemplate. Number 2 trick I found that works for me is I then got up and started to do some really easy modified run drills inside. For lack of a better way to describe it, I was just kind of running in place, kind of jogging around, bouncing, jumping on one foot, hopping, and just started to have fun with that and get my body working, moving athletically, getting the brain used to what it wants to do. And I found that, again, this is before I even made kind of the decision to go out. I'm just doing this because these are going to start making my decision for me. So after I did these drills and just kind of fooled around, I put some music on, was just kind of dancing around. And then I sat back down and did my number 3 trick is that I closed my eyes and I visualized myself running. I asked myself, do I want to go for a run? I said yes. I gave myself permission to say yes or no. And then I visualized how I was going to feel when I was done. And then I started to think about exploring this new route and getting excited about it. And I tossed my shoes on and I just headed out the door. And here I am, and it's just amazing. So try those 3 tricks. Again, trick number 1, just get dressed before you make a decision. Put everything on that you need. Number 2, start dancing, start jumping around, start doing some drills in the house. Run in place, hop around, get your body being athletic. Throw some music on, okay? Let that help the brain and the body just get moving without any decision, without any commitment. And then number 3, visualize yourself out there. Ask yourself, do you really want to get out there? And then visualize yourself seeing how you're going to feel once you're completed with that run, okay? And see how that works wonders, okay? But with the same time, if you really don't want to go and you've done all those steps and it just doesn't feel right, give yourself permission to not go and say, I'm going to be okay with this decision, okay? That's okay. Just give yourself permission not to go. At the same time, give yourself permission to go if you really want to. Don't make it a have to. Turn it into I want to, not a have to. I want to get up this mountain. I want to see what this is all about. First tracks. This steep terrain is exactly what is like in the Copper Canyon with the Tarahumara Indians. And why they get so strong, because they're getting great range of motion. It's like doing box step-ups every step. Just because it's so steep, they oftentimes don't even use a trail. It's whatever is the shortest line from A to B, straight up. It's really good for the hip flexors, really good for the glutes, really good strength in general. It's starting to open up a little bit. I'm starting to get my bearings now. And we should crest out up here. And then I want to end up over behind this little ridge right here. Oftentimes, it's the runs that we didn't want to go on end up being amazing. It's because we maybe drop all expectations. It's whatever we do just to get out the door. So normally we have a lot of expectations on what a run should be like. And if we're battling whether to get out the door or not, we lose sight of having expectations and we just go do it, leading to just an incredible experience. And that's no different in racing. I see it all the time. Runners start to have success in their own way, and then they start building in expectations, and those expectations can be a killer. Okay, so really watch how you treat expectations, and maybe turn expectations into maybe what's possible without a timeline in your racing. So expectations don't creep in and take the fun out of it or force you to overtrain. All those things that kind of come with maybe you're so focused on expectations and meeting those rather than keeping the joy of the training and getting back to what you originally raced for, of the camaraderie, of putting those both feet on the floor, out of bed each morning, striving towards a goal. Okay, so, all right, so I think I'm cliffed out a little bit, so I don't know. I'm just going off of what neighbor said. So yeah, it looks a little, well, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go around because I know the trail's right down there. Right around here somewhere should be my normal trail. Yeah, I've got to go over a little bit further. Yeah, right here. So I normally come up this way, and now I can go down and around. Got a little, looks like a deer track from this morning. All right, it's a little bit of running. 47 minutes in, and 1,400 feet of climbing. Well, it came from that way. You can see, I don't know if you can see in the snow, that's our trail. Came down right down there and headed up to the ridge. It's gonna get windy, and I don't know how much snow is gonna be up there, but we'll see. Anyways, talking about expectations. You know, so what is the difference between having expectations and having a goal or dreams? You know, I think dreams and goals kind of go hand in hand. It's really good to dream, daydream. We've been taught as a kid, daydreaming's bad. You know, we're not focused for daydreaming, but hey, I try to daydream every day. Dream big goals. And so what is the difference? What happens when we start getting caught in expectations and we maybe lose joy in running or whatever we're after? Is that goals are big. They're there to provide you focus on the day-to-day. And it's that true joy of the day-to-day pursuit of those goals that really is what I believe is the joy of what running provides. It's this. It's the everyday pursuit where expectations come in and start muddying the waters. Is that the difference between a goal, I believe, and an expectation is expectations, we start focusing so much on the end result that we lose sight of the day-to-day. And that's where I've seen so many athletes get burnt out, because they keep pursuing the expectation rather than the goal. And the goal reverts back to the journey through the mud, to all the memories like today. You know, this is what it's all about. It's not the expectations of way down the road. Okay? We want those big goals, but again, those big goals keep us focused on the trail and what we need to do that ultimately makes us happy and gives us joy. The dark, the green, the white. Pretty amazing out. We're up on top of the ridge now, and pretty soon we're headed down this way. So now I'm just looping around. Once we begin to understand the difference between goals and expectations, we can actually have a game with it and let down all our inhibitions and pick the biggest, wildest goal, because we're not worried if we're gonna make it or not. We just have this huge goal that we really want to achieve, and we let go of it and do the day-to-day. And that's what brings us so much love for what we do. It's the day-to-day, and we can begin to fall in love with picking huge goals and just have a game with it. It relaxes us. It's not so much pressure whether we're going to achieve them or not. We're just going to pursue them. Where there are expectations, there's a lot of pressure, a lot of expectation on how you're going to do, because you're so focused on the end result rather than today, rather than that mountain. Came from right down there. I see so many athletes hang up their goal because they didn't accomplish it in a year or two. They put so much emphasis on the expectation of doing it in a certain timeline. But if it's really important to you, there shouldn't be a timeline. Learn as much as you can about what you need to do and put it into action. And love the action, or what I call digging dirt. We can fall in love with digging dirt, because that's what it's all about. All right, you can see the snow line starting to get green and brown, but this is the terrain that these shoes really shine. Lots of rock, really technical, steep. This is what these shoes are made for, and they're pretty awesome at it. They give me enough dexterity and proprioception to be agile, but there's rock protection, and I'm just really sure of foot. Really good shoe. The Dynafit Feline Up Pro. If you're a Salomon lover, check it out. This is my favorite little hangout rock. But you can see I am headed down and hitting the trail and headed home. So I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching, but to leave you with, start looking to switch your expectations into something you feel is impossible, because if it's impossible, it just might be worth doing. We'll see you next time.